Parents know a whole lot about this, a lot more than I do. So let me briefly just introduce them, and they're going to take a couple of minutes each to tell you about what they are and what they do. We have John Davison, who's the founder and CEO of What They Play. Larry Andreini, the CEO of Ride Makers. Wedin, who's the creative director of Jazzware. Ellen LaPointe, who's the vice president of strategic partnerships for Hope Lab. Correct me if I miss anything here. And Cahn, who's the vice president of social responsibility for Andreini. So why don't we start with you, John, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, about What They Play.
What They Play is a site we launched about a year ago. My background is in video games. I've been running about video games for 20 years, dealing with kind of the speaking to the kids directly and hardcore fans of video games. And got married, had kids, and started to look at things a little bit differently. And noticed that as a pastime, we were seeing something in entertainment where the audience was sort of all growing up at the same time. A lot of people that have been into video games for a long time were also settling down, having kids, and starting to think that, noticed that their kids wanted to play games, and didn't really know anything about them, and that the editorial coverage and the information about games was out there was more suited to gamers as opposed to parents. So we decided to plug that gap, basically. So rather than providing criticism of video games or making recommendations, it was all going to come from the kids themselves. What is it the kids want to play? And as a parent, we need to know about it. So educating about the rating system, and then also contextualizing that. And I think anyone that has, particularly a 14-year-old boy, always wants to play video games that are outside the rating that you would prefer them to. Yeah, 14-year-old boys are terrifying to moms, particularly. And our goal is to help them. So they say, Mom, I have to play Halo because all my friends are playing it. And your first question is, what do I need to know about it? That's what we set out to do, tell you what it is that you're shooting and why you're doing it, and the nature of the content that the kids are going to be exposed to, so that as a parent you can decide whether you're cool with owning it or not. And that's what they play.
Okay, Larry, why don't you go next? I know the mic is completely
Thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Larry Andreini, and I'm here with Ride Makers. I'm the CEO of Ride Makers. We like to have a little fun with the Z in our name. Ride Makers is an experience where you actually build and customize your very own ride. But what we're really about is intergenerational experiences. We talk about being a product that is for kids from 6 to 106. And we like to kind of play off the notion that the difference between men and boys is the size and price of their toys. And this Dodge Viper is as much fun to the 8-year-old as the real Dodge Viper is to the 68-year-old. And what we've done through Ride Makers is we think actually that we all talk in a room like this about digital worlds and virtual experiences as something distinct from real. But that's a distinction I actually think we're making. And the kids don't make that distinction. That what's real and virtual to them is play. And that when we went to look at creating a virtual experience, we thought we need to be able to create a way to integrate the real and the virtual world into an experience that doesn't create that distinction. And so we actually call our experience a hybrid experience. And we'll get to more specifics about that as we go through both the video that I'd like to share with you and some further background and discussion on the panel. The magic in Ride Makers is we have found a way to engage dad, granddad, and kids. And that's something that as I've watched all of these presentations and see the notion of kids at play, we keep seeing just the kids. And even a question earlier about what are you doing to engage the parent? What are you doing to bring that parent involved into the play pattern? What we've had the opportunity to do is engage dad and grandpa and kids in an experience. And for example, in the virtual world, if you answer the question, what was dad or mom's first car, you'll develop experience points. So we are very excited about the opportunity to add a virtual experience to the real-world experience. And the whole Ridemakers premise is that the car culture as a whole is something that does speak cross-generationally. And having Dad sit with the son and build and put a car together and then take it into the virtual world where what kind of engine you pick for your car or what kind of side pipes or what kind of spoiler will actually affect the performance of the ride in the virtual experience. And there are 649 million different combinations of side pipes, wheels, engines, motors, sound.